Hey everybody, once just a concept in science fiction, laser weapons are now becoming a critical part of modern defense systems. Designed to intercept drones, missiles, and even aircraft with unmatched precision, these advanced systems showcase incredible progress in directed energy technology. Join me, because I'm counting down 15 of the most advanced laser weapons ever developed. Number 15. The ANSEQ-3 Laser Weapons System. The ANSEQ-3 laser weapons system, developed by the US Navy, is one of the first real-world laser weapons put to use. It may sound like something out of science fiction, but it's much more nuanced than the bright, pulsing lasers seen in movies. It uses infrared light to hit targets with precision, whether it's a drone, a small boat, or other asymmetric threats. It's installed aboard the USS Ponce in 2014 for field testing. ANSEQ was deployed to the Persian Gulf with the US 5th Fleet. The system quickly proved its value, successfully shooting down. Meaning it's not limited by ammunition in the traditional sense. In contrast, projectiles like missiles cost hundreds of thousands per use, and they require extensive storage and maintenance. This makes the ANSEQ laser system economically appealing for handling low-end threats. It can be operated by a single sailor using a control that looks more like something from a video game than traditional military hardware. And while the system can disable or destroy many types of targets, there are clear rules about its use. Under international conventions, this laser system cannot target human beings directly, but it can aim at machinery and weapons systems on boats or aircraft. Number 14. Lockheed Martin Helios. Lockheed Martin's Helios may sound like a weird name, but it's packed with powerful tech. Helios, which stands for High Energy Laser with Integrated Optical Dazzler and Surveillance, is more than just a laser weapon. It's a multifunctional system designed to handle a variety of threats. Now, the primary function of Helios is to intercept aerial system, a high-energy laser for direct combat, long-range intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, and a counter-UAS dazzler to obscure enemy drone sensors. This makes it a highly versatile tool for naval defense, increasing the Navy's situational awareness and layered defense. This makes Helios incredibly cost-effective. Each shot requires just a small amount of power, drastically reducing the cost per kill compared to expensive missiles. Number 13. The Zeus H-Lons. The Zeus H-Lons is a pioneering piece of military tech, developed to safely neutralize unexploded ordnance, landmines, and improvised explosive devices. Mounted on a high-mobility multi-purpose wheeled vehicle, it's the first laser weapon ever to be used by the United States military. But what does the name mean, and what does the system actually do? It's designed to neutralize those surface-based explosives by using a solid-state heat capacity laser. The 10-kilowatt laser beam heats the ordnance to There, it demonstrated its effectiveness by neutralizing over 200 munitions, including 51 in a single 100-minute period. Following this, in 2005, it was deployed to Iraq, where it became part of the convoy protection efforts. Over its operational history, Zeus has neutralized over 1,600 ordnance items of 40 different types, having a success rate of over 98%. These missions were crucial for safely clearing mines and IEDs, significantly reducing the risk to soldiers and civilians. Before Zeus, EOD teams would have to manually place explosives near munitions to neutralize them. That's a dangerous and time-consuming process. Zeus automated much of that work, making the task faster and safer. At its peak, the system could destroy up to 25 explosives per hour. Number 12. Athena. With the rise of drones as a serious threat in modern combat, military forces worldwide needed a new tool to counter these fast, nimble, and potentially destructive assets. A single, highly concentrated 30-kilowatt beam. This flexibility allows Athena to operate at full power or dial down to lower levels depending on the mission. This weapon is more than just a high-tech concept. It's already been put to the test, proving itself in real-world scenarios. During testing, it successfully destroyed both fixed-wing and rotary-wing drones, proving its versatility. A government command and control system and radar sensor detect and track drones, then hand off the targeting data to airmen controlling the Athena system, which precisely targets and eliminates the drones. In today's combat environments, air bases, missile batteries, and military installations are vulnerable to drone swarms. A single drone armed with an explosive payload can cause catastrophic damage to aircraft and critical systems. For example, a well-placed drone strike could disable an $80 million F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, leaving the airbase compromised. Athena provides critical solutions to this problem by offering a highly effective, low-cost method of neutralizing drones before they can reach military assets. Dragonfire uses a process known as beam combing technology. This means multiple laser beams generated by fiber optics are merged to create a single, more powerful beam. The result is a weapon that can target and destroy threats with unparalleled precision and speed. It's equipped with an electro-optical camera and a low-power tracking laser. Dragonfire can lock onto targets at incredible distances. When it engages a target, the laser beam rapidly heats up the surface of the threat, be it a drone, missile, or mortar shell, until it either melts, ignites, or is otherwise neutralized. This makes Dragonfire an ideal defense against a wide variety of threats, especially fast-moving projectiles and drones. Dragonfire is a 50 kilowatt class laser weapon, making it one of the most powerful lasers ever developed for military use. But while its exact range remains classified, it operates as a line-of-sight weapon capable of engaging any visible target, from drones to incoming missile threats. During testing, the system was capable of firing a beam designed to disrupt and incapacitate. This dazzling effect scrambles the drone's optical systems, making it lose its ability to target, navigate, or conduct surveillance, often causing it to crash without any damage to the ship or need for costly munitions. Odin's journey into the U.S. Navy fleet began at the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Dahlgren Division in Virginia, under the development of the Program Executive Office Integrated Warfare Systems. Building on the lessons learned from its predecessor, the Laser Weapons System, which was mounted on the USS Ponce in 2014, Odin took shape quickly. LAWS, a 30 kilowatt laser, provided some key insights but never fully transitioned to operational use. Odin, however, has made rapid progress, moving from concept to approval to installation on the Arleigh Burke-class destroyer USS Dewey in just 2.5 years. At its core, Odin works by emitting infrared light to interfere with the drone's sensors. The laser doesn't destroy the UAV, instead it scrambles its optics, rendering the drone blind and useless, seeking $299 million in 2019 for shipboard laser systems, and more recently allocating funds for sustaining and expanding Odin's presence across the fleet. Number 9. The Rheinmetall Laser Weapon. Rheinmetall Laser Weapon, developed in collaboration between the German armament manufacturer MBDA Deutschland and Rheinmetall, represents a cutting-edge advancement in military laser tech. Officially known as a high-energy laser weapon system, it's designed to engage aerial and other threats with remarkable precision and minimal collateral. It operates by utilizing multiple laser modules combined through Rheinmetall's beam superimposing tech. This allows it to merge the outputs of two lasers, typically a 30 kilowatt and a 20 kilowatt unit, into a single concentrated beam, effectively creating a powerful 50 kilowatt laser system. The current laser demonstrator has undergone extensive testing, having successfully fired over 100 times aboard the German Navy frigate FGS Sachsen, which isn't too far away. The current operational strength of the laser weapon is rated at 50 kilowatts, which enables it to engage and destroy drones and other targets within a few seconds. However, the development roadmap includes aspirations for a future 100 kilowatt version. Number 8. Iron Beam. Iron Beam is a directed energy air defense system developed by the Israeli defense contractor Rafael Advanced Defense Systems. Unveiled at the Singapore Air Show in February of 2014, Iron Beam is designed to enhance Israel's air defense capability. With an expected operational deployment in 2025, this system represents a significant leap forward in military tech and strategic defense. The system has an effective range of up to 6 miles and can reportedly intercept targets within approximately 4 seconds after detection. The operational mechanism involves directing the laser at a threat for a specific duration, known as the dwell time, during which enough energy is delivered to neutralize the target. As of 2023, Iron Beam's energy output is projected. Iron Beam's lineage can be traced back to earlier laser defense projects, such as the tactical high-energy laser initiated in the 1990s. While Thiel faced several challenges and was ultimately canceled, the insights gained from that project significantly influenced the design and expected operational effectiveness of Iron Beam. The primary purpose of it is to act as a last line of defense against short-range threats. The process begins with threat detection by surveillance systems, which then track the incoming projectile, and once identified, the laser weapon is directed at the target, requiring a dwell time to deliver sufficient energy for destruction. Moving on to number 7. Atom. The Area Defense Anti-Munition System, developed by Lockheed Martin, is a high-tech directed energy weapon designed to counter a range of short-range threats, such as improvised rockets, unmanned aerial systems, and even small boats. This defense system lives up to its name by offering a flexible, affordable, and efficient solution. The system first made headlines in 2012 striking distance. One of its key strengths is its ability to operate in cluttered optical environments, meaning it can track and engage targets even when visual conditions are less than ideal. That capability sets it apart from many other laser defense systems. Number 6. Phaser. The Personnel Halting and Stimulation Response Rifle is a prototype non-lethal laser weapon developed by the U.S. Air Force Research Laboratory Directed Energy Directorate. Its primary purpose was to temporarily disorient and blind targets, making it a unique tool for situations where lethal force was neither necessary nor desirable. Phaser's design is very much in line with the idea of futuristic, less lethal weaponry, and its name is highly evocative, calling to mind the phaser weapon from Star Trek, a device that could incapacitate enemies without killing them. Phaser first made headlines in the early 2000s as part of the U.S. military's broader push to develop directed energy weapons. Unlike traditional kinetic or high-energy laser systems designed to destroy targets, the nation's protocol on blinding laser weapons, which banned the use of lasers intended to cause permanent blindness. Phasers skirted this prohibition by using low-intensity, two-wavelength lasers designed to disorient rather than permanently blind. But what sets it apart from the far larger laser systems deployed on Navy battleships or missile defense systems is its specific focus on non-lethality. This ability to dial down, so to speak, the destructive power of laser tech for more sensitive situations made Phaser a unique entry into the U.S. military's inventory. It was intended to provide personnel with a way to halt potential threats, such as rioters or civilians in conflict zones, without resorting to lethal force. Number 5. Tactical High-Energy Laser. Also known as the Nautilus system, the Tactical High-Energy Laser was an ambitious and groundbreaking military project developed to counter airborne threats. Developed as part of a larger defense initiative known as Skyguard, when the U.S. and Israel entered into an agreement to jointly develop the system. The goal was to produce a system that could defend against the growing threat of rocket attacks in the Middle East, particularly the use of Katyusha rockets, which were common in conflicts involving Israel. Thiel's successful demonstrations in 2000 and 2001, in which it intercepted and destroyed 28 Katyusha rockets and 5 artillery shells, underscored the system's potential. The original fixed-location version of the Thiel was enormous, requiring modules that housed the laser, command center, tracking systems, and fuel tanks. In total, the system occupied the equivalent of 6 city buses, making it impractical for mobile deployment. To address that limitation, a mobile version known as the Mobile Tactical High-Energy Laser was developed. The goal of METHL was to reduce the system's size and make it more deployable, eventually shrinking it down to 3 semi-trailers with plans to further downsize it to a single trailer. In addition, the Israeli government, which had been providing substantial financial support for the project, a civilian cargo plane, but retrofitted with a high-power laser system capable of shooting down ballistic missiles. It was developed in the early 2000s, and it was part of a U.S. military effort to explore airborne missile defense using directed energy. YAL-1's story began in the mid-1990s when the U.S. military sought to develop a new type of missile defense system. Instead of relying on traditional missile interceptors, the idea was to use a megawatt-class laser to destroy enemy missiles while they were still gaining altitude. In the boost phase, Boeing was tasked with modifying a 747-400F to serve as the platform for this experimental system. The laser was intended to focus this beam onto the missile's body, heating it to the point of destruction. The concept was pretty compelling. Destroying a missile before it could release multiple warheads or decoys was a potential game-changer in missile defense. In 2004, the U.S. Department of Defense officially designated the aircraft as YAL-1A, and its purpose as a test bed for this directed energy system feats. In one test, it intercepted a test target, and later that year, it successfully destroyed 2 test missiles in flight. Its first confirmed successful destruction of a liquid-fueled ballistic missile occurred on February 11, 2010, during a test off the coast of California. However, this system is far from perfect. During the second test on the same day, a solid-fuel missile was successfully engaged but not destroyed due to a beam misalignment problem. While the first engagement required 50% less time to destroy the missile than expected, the system's complexity and sensitivity became evident in later trials. Number 3. The AN/AAQ-24. The AN/AAQ-24 Directional Infrared Countermeasure System is an example of the philosophy that the best defense can be a good offense. This system is known as a DIRCM, or Directional Infrared Countermeasure System, designed to protect both fixed-wing and rotary aircraft. Infrared-guided missiles, often referred to as fire-and-forget weapons, pose a